family, welcome back to my channel. This is Victoria. This is still a new channel, so I would appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe. Show some support. So this video is called Grace is Given to You According to the Measures of Your Gifts. Okay, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. Yah has given me a dream, and I'm gonna go over that with you. All right. So I was in a 5th grade classroom with other children. Okay. So the teacher passed out an assignment, and I was looking around at everybody else, and they started their assignment, and I didn't get an assignment. Okay. So it was about 1/3 of the classroom that had their hand held high. So I waited until the teacher called on me, and I let her know, like, I don't have an assignment. Can you please give me one? And she gave me a thick booklet, like this thick. Okay. This booklet was thick. So I was looking on my phone to kind of get some examples of these certain problems in this assignment, okay? When I look back up, my workbook was gone. And I'm looking around like, where's my workbook? And I'm assuming it was the boy in front of me that took my workbook. So I asked him, confronted him, hey, have you seen my workbook? Do you have it? And he told me no. And I look, and it's like, that's clearly my workbook, and he was working on my assignment, working on my thick workbook. Okay, so he didn't want to give it back to me, and I went to go talk to the teacher, and she was talking to another teacher, and I told her, like, hey, so and so took my workbook, and she didn't want to do anything about it. She didn't do anything about it, and the boy didn't give me back my workbook. Okay, so let me interpret this dream for you. Okay, so he's given us all these assignments, and every single one of them is working on their assignments. Okay, he's also given us gifts and ideas, okay, to work on these assignments. Okay, so basically what the Father is saying, if you sit on that gift or that dream, or you don't do anything with that idea or gift, he's gonna allow somebody else to fulfill it for you. Okay? He's looking at you, okay, you playing, I'm gonna give it to somebody else. I'm gonna put it in somebody else's heart, or I'm gonna put it in somebody else's mind and give them the idea, and they're gonna fulfill my work for me. Okay? So I got a word for you. So I have Ephesians 4:7, and it says, but unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? So he's given us grace according to the measure of the gifts that we use. Okay? The gift of Yahushua HaMashiach, the gift of Yahushua, which is the Son. Okay? So what is grace? Grace has many different definitions, but this is the one that I gonna make it into the most simplest form. Okay? So grace is a free gift of Yahuwah's love and mercy. Okay? So an unmerited divine assistance, favor, and goodwill. Okay? So he will give you grace according to the measures of your gift. So as long as you're using your gifts on the measure of that, he will give you grace. Okay? All right, so I have another word for you. I have Romans 12:6. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. So we all have different gifts according to the grace that is given to us, okay? So we all have different gifts according to the grace that is given to us. So he's saying whether if it's prophecy, let us prophesy according to the portion of faith, or ministry. He's saying let us wait on our ministry, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth, with diligence. He that showeth mercy, with cheerfulness. And I advise you guys to read the rest of the chapter. So yes, in my dream, he's given us all different assignments, and everybody was working on their assignment, and I was kind of like not working on mine. I was on my phone, right? My phone was like a distraction, basically like a distraction for me from working on my assignment or this thick booklet, right? I had a thick booklet, so everybody had a piece of paper, but I had a thick booklet, so I had a greater assignment that I had to get done, but I didn't. I was kind of BSing around, playing around, so he ended up giving it to somebody else. Okay, so I have another scripture for you. I have Romans 2:6. Who will render to each one according to his deeds. So what is render? Render means give back, return, or as a payment for something. Okay, so according to his deeds. So according to his works, you're gonna get back according to your works. Okay, whether if it's good or bad, it's gonna come back to you. So let me see here. Where is that? Okay, so the way you treat others and measure, he is judging you according to your works. So he will pay all men back to what they have done according to the works. Okay. All right. So I have Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. Yahuah is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So whatever you sow with, either if it's a bad seed or a good seed, you're going to receive the consequences or reap the fruits of one's actions, okay? Whether if it's good or bad, it will come back to you. Okay, so he wanted me to explain it, give you an analogy like working a job. So when you go to work, you're going to get paid, right? That's a guaranteed paycheck. Same thing spiritually. When you're working for the Father in the spiritual realm, that's when he rewards you with the blessings, okay? He will give you grace according to your gifts, okay? So kind of the same concept in the spiritual realm, not the physical. Those are the scriptures that I have for you today. But also, like, I wanted to mention that he has given us these gifts for a reason. It is for perfecting of the saints and for the work of the ministry, okay? For the edifying of the body of Yahusha, to come into the unity of faith and knowledge of the Son of Yahuah, unto a perfect man, okay? Unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua HaMashiach. So he's given us these gifts to perfect, to be a perfect man, okay? To come into the unity of faith and knowledge of the Son, okay? So these gifts are given to us for his will, okay? To doing for his works at the end of the day, okay? To be a perfect man. In order for us to go to heaven, we got to be a perfect man, okay? So he wants us to be in the unity, in unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son, to edifying our bodies, okay? Okay, so back to my dream, all right? I felt unprepared. So like I was using my phone to look up like answers and stuff like that. So I felt like unprepared. So he wants you to start studying. He wants you to start studying. So to whatever idea or the gift that you already have, use your gift so you can start putting in the work to fulfill this assignment, okay? So you can perfect it and be confident in it. So it would lead to the doing of the will of the Father, okay? So mind you, also like my neck, when I woke up, my neck was hurting. So the Holy Spirit is leading me to say that somebody needs to work on their communication. Somebody needs to work on strengthening their communication skills, okay? Let's see what else I have. So some of you, so some of you need to stay off your phone because it's distracting you from the Father's work. It's distracting you from fulfilling His work, okay? So he's saying you need to have self-control when it comes to being on your phone. Yes, use your phone for educational purposes and whoever you need to talk to, etc., whatever, organization, whatever. But he's saying stay off of like social media and stop scrolling, because that time, you can use that time to perfecting that idea that you have, or using your gift to perfecting that idea for that assignment and to working on that assignment that you need to work on, okay? So that's what he's saying, like have some self-control with using your phone for educational purposes and for his will, okay? So also too, like, have you ever thought of like an idea or an invention or something that the Father has put in your heart to do and you never got around to do it, or you sat on that idea or whatever it was, and then months pass, and then you see somebody else, they fulfill that idea that you had. So yes, the Father will give it to somebody else to get it done, okay? The Father don't play no games. Okay, so for some of you, you're going into ministry. So he wants you to start studying the Bible. Like he wants you to start studying the Bible like the back of your hand. Like the more you study, the more he's gonna open your eyes and reveal more things to you. And he's gonna start like putting downloads in your minds and in your thoughts. He wants you to start writing those down, writing those ideas down, okay? And so whatever he has put it in your heart idea, and he wants you to use your gifts that you have to study to perfect it, okay? So take this back to the Father, okay? For some of you, it's something that has to deal with numbers. So whatever the Father has given you, it has to do with numbers. But he's saying, so okay, so mind you, it was a 5th grade classroom, okay? So he's saying start simple. Start with 5th grade math, okay? Start perfecting your skills with 5th grade math and start working your way up. So whatever it is, I don't know what it is, something pertaining with numbers, okay? So he's just saying start simple and work your way up. Because I know with me, I don't remember half the stuff that I did in school. Like I don't remember half the math equations that I did in school. I would have to relearn it. So whatever he has given you with numbers, he wants you to perfect it, okay? Also, yes, some of you need to actually work on your communication skills. So he's saying either take a communication class or a course. So he wants you to start perfecting your communication skills, because that's going to lead to acts of kindness. That's going to lead to encouragement. That's going to lead to the will of the Father, okay? So he wants you to start perfecting your communication skills, okay? That's for somebody. Now, for some of you are oversleeping. He doesn't want you to oversleep. He wants you to start using your time wisely. Get into a routine, get into an organized routine. And as soon as you wake up, he wants you to start meditating on his word and dwell in his habitation. Because when you're oversleeping, that's taking the time from you and the Father, okay? Get into your secret place and start meditating on the word and start dwelling in his habitation, because that's when he's gonna start giving you more and more downloads, and you want to be able to write those things down, okay? All right, that's the word for you all. Thanks, family, for watching. I hope this word bless you and encourage you and get closer to the Father. And if it did, let me know. Email me and share your journey with me. I would like to know and chat with you all and go from there. But that's it for this word, and I'm sending blessings your way. Thank you, family. See you in the next video. Mwah.